Hello! Welcome to the table. The bi-weekly tabletop role-playing stream with a focus on telling stories that resonate with the human experience, purpose, and the ultimate glory of God. I am Nate Garland, your humble historian for this evening, and I thank you for joining us for another chapter in our tale. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
I just about jumped the line and said, Sarah, over to you, but then no one's...
But we have to say hi. It's very important.
Yes. Sarah, over to you.
Hi, everybody. This is Fresh Out of Full Set, where I give you the announcements for the week. So, first up, on March 20th, we will be switching our streaming day live to Thursday evenings. So, just so you're aware, we will not be with you on Sundays, but if you tune in on Thursday nights, we will be there. And then, of course, as usual, our episodes will be uploaded to YouTube 1 week after the fact. We also have some really exciting news. Drum roll, please. We will be making a special appearance at MEPA convention on April 4th through 6th. So we will be there all weekend with our very own table. And so if you are local to the Pennsylvania area, we would love to see you, say hi, have conversations, and more information to come on that. But definitely get your tickets to MEPACon, MEPACon, whatever they call it. Whenever you want, because I believe tickets are already on sale. Yes? Yes. Also, you might notice that there is a missing person at our table, and due to... No spoilers. No!
But they're watching this episode.
I was going to say it tactfully!
But they're watching this episode
Due
right
to
now.
character Yannick's exit last episode...
that is 28
No,
IP
that's not
loss.
real.
No!
That's not real.
I was going to say that tactfully. Due to Seth's sad exit last episode, he will now be assuming a different role, not as a cast member, but as not as a ghost either, but he will be assuming a new role with our group and community here at Welcome to the Table called the Archivist. So he is going to be taking care of all our lore, helping Nate with some story stuff, making sure that things make sense timeline-wise, maps, all the information. He is going to be our official Archivist, kind of like a lore master vibes, and we're really excited to see him step into this new role and use his gifts in that way. And lastly, we are celebrating something really, really cool. We have 100 followers on Twitch! Wow! So thank you guys so much for subscribing. If this is your first time with us, please subscribe to our channel or gift a subscription to someone else. We would love to get this story out to as many people as we can. So, without further ado, back to you, Nate.
Thank you, Sarah.
My pleasure.
Hey, if Seth doesn't watch at all tonight, we need to get on him.
Yes. He has to be watching. He is the Archivist now.
Before we begin...
Or he could watch on our YouTube.
I'm gonna throw up.
Screaming, crying, throwing up.
Why is this called?
Let's open up the records for review. Ada Squad left the Madvadev home in the early hours of the morning, with a worse for wear Oliver drifting in and out of consciousness due to a fever and fatigue. On their trip back to Melkir, the group stopped at the wreckage of the train station to find the documents Kriqit had buried.
Hey, with the troops. We're still coping through something.
We're coping through humor, guys. We miss you, Seth.
Keep letting it roll. You'll figure it out. 6 IV.
How much IP loss?
Nate's losing it now. It's for Nate.
Oh, wait. Gotta put it down.
Yeah. Where were we at? On their trip back to Melkir, the group stopped at the wreckage of the train station to find the documents Kriqit had buried, containing information on Project Ambrosia. Inside, they found coordinates to Vavilon, a date of a field test, and 2 names associated with the project, Victor Olin and Rylan Tchaikovsky. Oh my goodness.
Oh, shit.
That's a message from the groups.
Are you okay?
Good.
looking in the project
used to having all this room over here. I'm not sitting on my hands. It's a problem. So
Time for a break. Here we go. Victor Olin and Ryland Tchaikovsky, former Petrogard member to King Oswin, and the only member not accounted for in Oswin's new retinue, not counting the field marshal. Returning to Melkir, Kriqit and Yannick are interrogated about their involvement with the train derailment and relationship with the Wormans, respectively. Yannick is taken into custody and thrown in a cell with Richard and Serena. Olin states all of them would be executed in the morning. Morvitt is told by Olin that she must perform the execution, adding to her sorrow as Oliver slips farther away. In the morning, Ada Squad is brought into the holding cells to bear witness to the execution. Just as Morvitt is about to administer the deadly toxin to Richard, she's stopped by Olin, who tells the Wormans that they will live their lives with the knowledge of what would happen next. Drawing his pistol, Olin shoots Yannick in the head.
Visual. Yeah.
Thank you. Killing the young man instantly. As the Wormans are set free, Ada Squad has to process the shock of losing their friend. Even as the body is still warm, Olin summons Rock to his lab. The Reshik comes face to face with Nalia Dawkins, who asks him to join her and Olin as part of the True Falstaff.
OTF. One true Falstaff.
Andre
Hashtag he
Volstadt.
said yes. Sorry.
May I?
Sorry.
Andre Volstatten, Secretary of Internal Affairs and great-nephew to the late Premier, watched his uncle be carried along in the motorcade down the main boulevard of Noborokov. The last 24 hours had been a whirlwind in the capital. Upon news of the Premier's passing, special elections were called while the city planned and organized the parade, funeral, and official week of mourning. Andre wondered how many grieved because they were told to. Pavel Volstatten was not a monster, but the reasons behind the actions of the Empire were not public knowledge, leaving the masses to come to their own conclusions about the man. Pavel oversaw the First War. Falstaff was suffering from famine and constant upheaval. Instead of poverty, the Empire chose war. Thousands died as a result. In the end, the Empire shook hands with the Premier shook hands with the dead king for a deal that sustained Falstaff for the foreseeable future. Andre couldn't argue with the results. Unfortunately, the problems persisted inside the borders of the Empire. As part of his position, Andre pored over the triumphs and mistakes of the most recent leadership that desperately kept the Empire together. If he learned anything, successes and failures were named as a matter of perspective, not fact. His investigation as of a year ago started like any other mundane accounting error. Embezzlement at worst. It quickly became apparent that this wasn't a mundane case. Somewhere along the line, someone forgot to hide the money and resources coming in from a foreign power. It didn't take long to find the pattern in the books. The secret wasn't that Falstaff and the Western Coalition reached a peace deal. The war ended 30 years ago, and Falstaff recently cashed in on their owed military conscripts. No, the secret was how the deal was reached. King Oswin Isaacs, thought dead, met with Pavel Verstappen and the leaders of Ilona to end the war. As part of the agreement, the official narrative was that the king and most of his Petrogard were dead. That left someone to carry the lie to Adelia. Andre had followed the money and the leads to their end. That's when he met the old bookstore owner. Who better to carry the lie than the man whose job was to only tell the truth? A tentative alliance was formed as the two men, who knew the buried secrets of their respective states, hatched a scheme to keep the status quo. If the Premier's cabinet could be convinced to keep the peace, Petro Valensky, Field Marshal of Adelia, would formally recognize Falstaff as part of the Alliance of Continental Trade, ensuring allies and resources. What the two men didn't plan for was Ivan Grigori's ambitions. Much like his predecessor, the General Secretary of the United Party saw Parthas as Falstaff's inheritance. To quote the scriptures, The ideal Falstadt was a city on a hill that could not be hidden. As Grigori's influence grew, the prospect of peace waned. Despite the frequent correspondence between Walensky and Volstaden, carried personally by Andrei and the old man, the cabinet was pressured into war by the secretary and his allies. The parade for a dead man trailed off towards his final resting place away from the Capitol building. Andrei watched the new cabinet members' impassive expressions as they stood on the Capitol steps. Grigori would be sworn in by the evening, and all hope of ending the conflict would be lost. That was, if the Secretary of Internal Affairs didn't do his job. Stopping a thinly veiled coup was his job, after all. Tonight, he would do his duty. Tonight, he would cut off the serpent's head. Tomorrow, hopefully, all would watch yet another parade for a dead man. Thanks for joining us for episode 10 of Inevitability.
No countdown or anything.
I really hope that was the last part.
May 4th, 617
with
AC.
Star Wars Day.
Transport with... Here. Yes.
What's Star Wars?
What?
The Star Wars universe is
Star
not
Wars?
canon yet, guys.
Yet.
That was the
Who's
first
George Lucas in
Galactic
this
War.
world? Lucas George? Lucas George.
Hey guys, let's focus up. Come
Sorry,
on.
Nate.
May 4th, 617 AC. Transport wheels bump along the uneven streets of an abandoned residential district in the foothills of central Falstadt. The town of Calavasco was far past its prime. A fire raged beneath the surface from a careless mining accident years prior. Many homes had fallen in disrepair at best, sinkholes at worst. The lone troop transport slows to a halt outside an old church that survived only because the occasional fires that reached the surface couldn't burn the stone. To the driver, it seemed like a relatively safe structure to spend the night. Turning off the engine, he jumps down from the driver's seat and hurriedly runs to the back of the truck to retrieve a wheelchair. The front wheel squeals loudly as he brings it to the passenger door. He carefully unclips the seatbelt that holds his passenger in place. He lifts the dead weight carefully into the chair and surveys the entrance to the church. The front steps weren't an option, but a side door only had one step. He pushes the door open and backs the wheels up the step. Either he was stronger than he used to be, or the other young man in the wheelchair was too light. He surveys the sanctuary. There was a hole in the church ceiling from the rotten wood, perfect for making a fire on the stone floor. He sets about preparing a makeshift camp and a sparse dinner for the both of them. He had been grateful that his companion had bouts of consciousness. He fed him when he could, and the other young man still had an appetite. Good signs. He wished he would drink more. The thought dawns on him. He runs back out of the church, grabbing the IV bag that haphazardly hangs from the slowing compartment above the passenger seat. There weren't many bags left. If he knew what was in them, he would figure out a way to get more. He attaches the bag to the port on the young man's hand and hangs the bag on the back of the wheelchair, which thankfully had a rack for the IVs. It came from a medical after all. The smell of cooking food fills the church, and his stomach rumbles. The young man in the wheelchair mutters something but doesn't wake up. As he eats his meal, he stares at the fire, wondering how long it would take to get where they were going. He feels the barrel of a gun press into his back. Hands up. The figure takes out his weapon. The figure takes his weapon and throws it away. Stand up. Walk 3 paces and turn around.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know anyone was here.
So you turn around, as you walk forward, Kriqit, and you turn around, and there is a figure, old man. He's got a long coat, and there is a rifle slung on his back. He's got a pistol in his hand as he points it at you, and he doesn't seem like tense right now, but he walks over close to the fire, and the light kind of lights up his face a little bit, and it's so you see a gray hair, a man probably about in his, you'd guess, you're not sure, 60s, 70s, somewhere. A kind of really rough beard that has not been trimmed for a bit. He just kind of looks around, looks at you, looks at Oliver.
Be careful with my friend. He's already been through a lot.
So, you want to tell me who you are?
Do I need to?
There's a 4-stat truck outside.
I borrowed it.
You borrowed it.
Look, I know I need to ditch it to find something else, but right now there isn't a lot of options. I'm just stopping for the night, passing through.
So what, does that make you a soldier?
I don't know what I am. All I know is that I need to get me and my friend somewhere safe.
He looks over, stares at Oliver for a bit, looks back to you. What's your name, son?
On theme.
He takes his rifle and takes it off of his shoulder, and he looks around, and there's some old, now pretty rotten pillars that kind of hold this church here and there, and he leans against, and it's a sizable rifle, and he sits down, takes his gun, and he holsters it. He shows you that he takes his gun and he holsters it. Hands up.
Relax a little bit.
Holds out his hand. My friends call me Jack.
Friends call me Kriqit.
Like the bug?
Yeah, like the bug, but spelled a little bit different. I found out now, later in life, because I didn't know how to spell. Yeah, it was like a whole thing, quiet but loud, but that didn't end up going anywhere, so I ended up saying that a lot, like I thought I was going to.
That seems like a weird meta joke that you're inserting in the situation.
I don't know, I'm a little nervous. You just had a gun to me, so...
So, what exactly do you plan on doing with this one?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. I had some coordinates to a place that I think is safe, so that's where I'm heading. All I know is that where we were wasn't safe. Especially for him.
You came in from the west of town. I saw the truck come in. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
I saw the truck, someone else did.
Yeah, I thought about that. You know of any vehicles that are working that nobody's using right now?
In Calabasas? Plenty.
I'm planning on making the swap here soon. I was just trying to make as much distance as I could before I did that.
Eat your food, son.
Okay. Thank you.
So... it's just you and him.
It's just us.
Look, you don't have to explain to me situations. I thought this church was empty. But I'm heading west, and I need to know situations. Is Dekravos on alert?
Probably.
That complicates things. Is he eating?
Sometimes.
He walks over to Oliver and gets down on a knee. Just kind of he's just looks him all over. Oliver's head is just like kind of like fallen forward, so he looks around and doesn't see anything, so out of a satchel he pulls out like just an extra pile of clothes, essentially, like an extra, and he stuffs it kind of underneath his shoulder to keep his head up a little bit. That was probably going to be a sore neck when he wakes up.
Yeah, he's been sleeping a lot, so I kind of just wheel him around, and sometimes he's up, sometimes he's not. Look, do you know of any medical supplies around? I'm running a little low, and he's got 6 IVs, and that's a lot to...
Fluid.
It's a lot of fluid.
6? What kind of doctors do you have at Dekravos?
The best, I guess. I don't know. I'm only down to 1.
How long you been traveling? I guess
2 weeks?
2 weeks?
Something like that. I kind of lost track.
I will interject as the historian, because I know we didn't talk about this.
Yeah. I know you said 2 weeks have passed.
Yeah,
That's what I was just going off
that's all right.
of.
It's been about 3.5 days.
3.5 days.
Damn.
You're making good time.
Well, it's kind of the first stop we've made. Other than go to the bathroom.
How
Pick up
much
some
supplies
food.
you got left?
Not much. We didn't start with much to begin with. Just grabbed what I could and ran.
Where are you going?
I forget what it's called. Babylon? Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
That's not where I'm going. I shouldn't have told you that. I am going somewhere somewhere else. Look, I don't know who to trust. I'm pretty bad at this whole trusting people thing. The people that I did trust, I don't know who to put my faith in.
He looks back to Oliver, keeping his eyes on him. He says, And it's a pause for about a minute before he speaks again. Were you in Geloni's squad?
Yeah. It was.
Sorry about your loss.
How did you know about that?
Someone asked me to get the body.
Who are you?
A friend.
I'm sorry for your loss then too. He was a good guy.
Right, well. You finish eating. I'm gonna take a look around outside.
I'll finish eating and then I'll ditch the truck.
Right.
Get it away from here.
Let him rest.
I will.
April 26th. 6:17 AC.
That sound was for back in time.
It is my honor to reinstate Dr. Morford Bowen to the rank of Vistria. Congratulations, Bowen. Kivos Leopold announces outside administration to the gathered crowd of soldiers. Following a brief group salute, the crowd disperses.
We salute like this.
I'm sorry, I'm new.
Wasn't it?
I'm sorry, I'm new. Don't.
Oh, this one. I couldn't remember.
There's that one guy that really like the old guy in the back. It's really traditional.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
So after everyone kind of disperses, Morbid, Leopold, you guys are up on essentially the steps of administration. And he turns back to you. And he says, it's good to have you back.
Thank you.
I have an assignment.
Okay.
As Vistria, I need you to oversee something for me. Eta is under your command. But Faulkner, and he gestures out, and you see across the yard, Petra has been working, just manual labor. She hasn't said much, but it's just she's just been moving things back and forth. So he nods with his head at her. Her squad's still missing, so we need to find Alpha, and then I'm putting them both under your command.
Are they still out west?
We believe so. If there's more intel that comes in, we will let you know, but that's as best as we have. There's a lot of soldiers missing, and trying to track who we can.
Yes, sir.
They were good soldiers. Loyal.
I heard some from Petra.
Look, I wanted to thank you for for watching the boy.
Did what I felt was right.
Didn't help that I compelled you on orders.
It was orders. And then it was something else.
I haven't been in to see him. How is he?
Not well.
I need to keep his... I need to write some letters.
As always, be careful.
He gets very... You can, like... There's a confident Leopold, and then there's a very scared Leopold. And the two flip easily, that you've noticed. And the bravado goes away as he asks you, what is... Is Olin doing anything about it?
Yes. He's doing what he can. And you know how that goes with Olin.
For the greater good.
Don't show him this. And I gesture to the change in bravado.
I'm afraid that that's already happened. Be careful. It's
Careful.
not just him.
If you know who, or if you can find out who, let me know.
Never thought it'd be this disillusioned. You know, when you leave one country and go to another one, the grass is always greener.
I didn't see green grass in either places. Just a desert that needed watered.
Righto, back to work, Bowen.
Yes, sir.
He turns on his heel, and the bravado's back as he enters administration.
Don't show him this. You just gestured to all of me.
Yes.
It's just my face.
Yes. Vague as always, Bowen.
We love that about her.
Jack comes back in from his surveying the area. He
Mind freak.
he heads over to Oliver again and does another check, listens for a pulse. Eaten anything yet?
Say that again?
Said, did he eat anything yet?
I mean, we tried. He's been sleeping. The only thing he's been getting down is the mushy stuff. Sometimes I try to feed him like a baby bird, or I'll chew up the food, and then I'll kind of like shove it in. You know, it's not exactly. We'll look back on it later and laugh, but right now it's.
I'm so mad right now.
It's pretty gross. I'm not gonna lie, but he's getting stuff down. My only worry with that is, do you think the nutrients are still like mostly getting to me? Cause like I do swallow some of it, like the juices. I'm not a doctor.
Clearly.
Yuck.
Sorry, I talk too much.
How
Hey.
old are you?
I don't know. I think 16, 17, 16.
You're not sure.
Look, I lost track of time. I think it's only been a few months, but it's felt like years. I think I'm still 16. Look, I lied about my age when I joined. I told him I was 18, so I get a little mixed up sometimes.
You and half the army.
Yeah, it seemed like a good choice at the time.
They do it in Delia too. So, Johnny's squad. Who else is in it?
Well, there was Oliver, my brother, Rock, Morphid, Bowen, and Lydia. Alistat used to be in it, but she got replaced by this new girl, Petra. I can't remember Petra's last name.
How's it like being in a squad with your brother?
Well, rough at first, and then rough in the middle, and then at the end it was still pretty rough.
He chuckles in like that gravelly sort of tone.
Very husky.
Yes.
No.
He's a husky man.
No.
So, basic training. How is it in Falstaff these days?
Well, they have a big wall, and you climb the wall, and that's kind of it.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it was a little. It worked. It worked.
Effective.
They're not really good at fishing out spies, though. They gotta work on that. It's a lot of spies. There was two in our little camp area that I know of.
Same tent.
Same squad.
I
Yeah.
know. It's even crazier.
Slept like 5 feet from each other.
It's crazy.
Literally.
So you're a skilf then, yeah?
I guess not anymore.
Who was your commanding officer?
Well, it was your brother.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
then it
I
was
guess.
me.
Yeah, I guess it would be Rock. It would have been who did Rock go to though? I don't know.
Lots of people.
I didn't. I guess Rock, my brother, but I don't know who he reported to. I just took orders and I did them. Tried to follow them as closely as I could. You know, be a good soldier. Thought I could make a difference.
How was the front lines?
You know, terrible.
Do you see any action? He nods to Oliver.
Yeah, he saw some stuff.
Wherever you're going, what makes you think it's going to help him?
Well, I don't, but I figured anywhere is better than where we were, and I didn't know where else to go. At least I had coordinates to this place.
Coordinates.
Yeah.
So it's a specific I won't ask if you don't tell. How's that? Fair?
Well, like I said, I talk too much. I don't know why.
Yeah, I got a friend like that.
Yeah.
He looks back at Oliver, looks at you. All right. I'm bleeding out. Give me a tourniquet. Go. Quick!
Okay.
Quick!
I do the tourniquet.
Yes.
Give me a logic, a test of logic.
Tell him.
14.
Ooh.
Pulls it tight. All right. Could have been a bit quicker.
Need to know anything about the heart?
How much protein does he need a day?
Well, considering his body weight now, probably more than what he weighs, but typically it's pound per gram.
It's not Canadian.
Trying to give him
Much protein?
Gram per pound.
trying to give him at least 100 grams, but that's hard to find right now.
He looks thin.
Yeah, it's we're on a budget, and the budget is whatever we can find right now.
How are you
which is
how are you monitoring his temperature?
with my hand? And I put my hand on Jack's head, like that. And when it feels hot or clammy, I figure it must be a temperature thing.
Pain management.
Well, if I hear him groaning, I try to make him stop.
If he's in excruciating pain and you can't do anything about it, can you pull the trigger? Can you pull the trigger?
I mean, I guess so. But I hope it never comes to that.
Me neither.
He seems to be getting better. Believe it or not.
How many more days you traveling?
However long it takes to get there.
What's your coordinates?
I show him.
That's pretty far east.
Yeah. I met a guy. I'm talking too much again. Wind's really blowing out there.
It's good ambiance.
Yeah. Yeah, for some reason I think I can trust you. And for some reason I think I can trust where I'm going. I met a guy there whose name was also Jack, I think. Right?
Why are you asking me? I have no idea.
Wait, no,
Prison.
I was Jack. What was his name? Joe Noonan. That was his name.
I can whisper in his ear now.
It's like I could hear.
I love Jamie.
That's
Yeah.
dangerous.
For no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, he was a pilot. Seemed nice. Helped me blow up a train. Well, I helped him blow up a train. And then gave me some information, and yeah, here I am.
He has his own map that he kind of has rolled out. You know what's there?
Not really.
Could be a wild goose chase.
Yeah. Well, I doubt anything could be as crazy as what we've seen so far. Look, you see him? You know why he looks like that? They're doing some messed up testing on my friend. Gave him some abilities that he wasn't supposed to be able to use, and now look at him. Everything that they do there, they just do for themselves. People that I thought I could trust, pretending to care for him, to move up some sort of ladder. I don't even know.
Give me a test of instinct, Kriqit.
Oh. Oh.
Wow. Nice.
9.
As you are explaining this, you just notice the smallest, like he's sitting down, kind of like near the fire. You see the smallest, just his hand just is like fist, and it's you can see the white knuckle. But his face is passive. Everything else seems very passive. But as you're talking about this, you sense some sort of anger.
You okay?
Yes.
Makes me mad too. And they killed Yannick because he believed in something.
Everybody kills everyone else. That's the way of Apophis.
I guess.
Well, if it helps you, I'm hoping to get Shalomini back to his family.
I bet you they'd appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah.
How do you know him again?
Someone called in a favor.
Cool. Look, I gotta chew up some more food for him.
Yeah. You do what you need to do.
Okay. Thanks.
April 27th. 6:17 AC. Out in the yard as recruits are training new blood in the Falstadt army. Overseeing these new cadets. Rock.
Ooh.
And next to him.
You're the new Kislaw.
Oh my god.
God.
And next to him, Nalia Dawkins.
Power couple.
You're not running fast enough.
Get up that wall!
Pick up your knees.
You have a whistle.
Of course I have a
Two
wish.
short, like
he's
tiny
just making
short,
that noise.
tiny short shorts.
Yeah, short shorts.
I could put on the gunfire playlist instead if you want.
So, I'm very glad that we are able to, have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Pick up the pace!
So my thing. I was gonna do that. Yeah, I mean, it feels like recess.
Recess?
Like it feels like everything is paused.
Oh, I see.
You're not not getting low enough in the push-ups. All the way down.
I don't-
0, 0, 0.
He doesn't have it in him. He doesn't have it in him.
He doesn't.
It's,
No. But he needs to break.
He doesn't have it.
I was happy when I heard you were coming back to Dekrovos. Olin said you were not in any frontline combat?
Believe me, I tried, but they just kept putting us in espionage situations, which is not what we trained to do at all. But
You're not a very good liar.
no, I'm unapologetically me, and I feel like that's why we sort of clicked. But yeah, other than when we were in Proxtrania, that's as close to frontline. I guess we were in Bast when it was getting bombed, but we weren't fighting. We were escaping captivity.
I'm glad that the shells didn't reach you.
It was thrilling.
Bast was a... Okay, so... The invasion of rats, Can I tell you something?
Is that what they're calling it? That's what they're calling it?
The town. R-A-D-Z, rats.
Oh,
Rads.
I thought it was I felt like that's what they were calling the day that Bast got bombed. Was the invasion of rats.
Invasion of rats.
What's rads? Wait, am I missing something?
No.
Okay. Continue.
You're fine.
I was scared. It was my first mission with the battalion.
The Leviathan Battalion.
Yeah, they're really intense people.
It sounds intense.
But it felt good to do something, you know?
Yeah, the whole time I was just kind of mad because I felt like we were doing nothing. Now looking back, I feel like maybe we did something. I don't know. It just feels like every time we got close to something, we had another just hiccup, and Lydia turns out to be some other person.
She spits.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Let me be frank. I was unconscious
Scary.
when that all went down,
Super salty.
and I never saw her, or she would be dead. And if I ever see her in the future, no matter where I'm at in life, she will die horrifically.
Hey, hold up a second. You called that a pull-up?
Yes.
My grandmother could do better.
Yes, Nalia.
Yes, queen.
Then-
She's a girl boss.
And then just all the stuff with Oliver, I'm sure, it's and then they're running out of formation again.
All right, that's yes, first march.
Yes, ma'am.
That the other way. They're going to the mess tent.
I will say, I did have some qualms about Bast.
I feel like it was more about sending a message, right?
I was not listened to as the rookie member of the battalion. I felt like they were deliberately hitting citizens.
Can't say I agree with that, but I'm sure they have their reasons. Are they sick?
You mean Leviathan? Or the people?
In the head.
I would say passionate.
You wouldn't have bombed.
I had my orders.
Yeah. Can't say that I'd do it differently.
The hospital was a low blow.
I was there, actually. It's okay, like, most of the people made it out.
What?
Yeah. We had pretty good warning time. What? Yeah, I was on the 3rd floor as a patient. Twisted up my ankle. Cover! Idiots.
So we know. We just think it's funny.
Or wait, she knows. I did tell her. Twisted up my ankle. Wink,
Even
wink.
worse. Even worse.
But I was fine by then.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, we made it out. That's where we found Petra. She was convinced that,
The Alpha Squad member.
yeah, she was convinced that one of the Alpha Squad was there, but you got him. I'll say that. Killian Rapp.
R.I.P. Killian
Dead.
Rapp.
Yeah, she talked about him for a while, but she hasn't mentioned him in forever, so I think he's whatever. But even in that moment, I wasn't angry at the people bombing us. I was angry that we were there, but
Doing our job.
yeah, and I was doing mine. It worked out.
Well, I'm glad I didn't kill you, Doc.
That would have been a story. You did come close, but
She looks at your chest. How is everything?
for a while, pretty good, I think. Unless something goes terribly wrong, I think it's fine. It should outlive me. Unless something goes terribly wrong.
We're soldiers, Doc. I think a lot of things outlive us.
Yeah. Hey, as long as nobody has a giant magnet on the battlefield, I should be okay. Kriqit was talking about electromagnetic pulses? That's the thing that hit me?
Oh, like a pulse grenade.
Yeah.
Yes.
None of those.
I will make sure that they are nowhere near you.
We should maybe rally to get them decommissioned. For something more deadly. It's not really the false stat wedge, just to EMP somebody in the face.
Noted.
Saying,
So, I didn't tell you this. But you and I are not the same rank.
I mean, I figured when you were in one of the most elite battalions of the false stat army that you probably got a promotion. I'm just trying not to think about it because Morbid also got a rank, so it's like I'm kind of just like a loser now.
It was her rank.
I know, she just got it back, but like I was just finding myself and just stop doing whatever you're doing and do something else.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was
She
finding
touches,
myself.
she touches your arm.
Are you crying,
And says-
sir?
Drop it, give me 1,000! Yeah, no, it's good. It's good for me. I gotta work hard. So what are you?
Reshik.
Ah, so we're the same. Oh, I thought you said we weren't the same rank.
No, I said we are. We are.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was just thinking about myself.
Put that on a t-shirt.
I was thinking about myself.
Rashik is
I wasn't
just
listening,
like,
I was thinking
when
about
you're a
it.
skilf, Rashik is just like it's so like coveted after, and then once you get it, you're like, well, I'm just nothing, right?
There's a lot of those that outrank me in Leviathan.
Yeah, see? It's just like I want the next best thing.
We can do that. We can work towards this.
Listen, I'm waiting for orders.
Rushix, Right behind you. New orders.
Who dis?
Leopold has something for us. Finding Alpha.
Aren't they all dead?
No, just Killian.
Killian
Oh,
Rappy.
well,
Dead.
Killing Rip.
probably.
Okay, finding Alpha, and then what?
Return.
Why is it always a fetch quest? we never get to do. Let me guess. We have to do some espionage. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking.
You sound
about
very
this.
salty.
Listen, it's. Were you not listening? Okay.
I'm with you. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I was doing a gym moment at the camera. Whatever it is, let's make it quick. I'd rather not leave Oliver, but...
Make it quick. We have to probably go all the way to back.
Exactly. Let's get there and get back.
That's like 3 weeks.
Exactly.
All right. Are we taking all of Ada?
Yes.
Petra might be a conflict of interest.
She's our best bet at finding them. She knew where they were prior.
Yeah.
Petra?
Bag slamming into the stairs.
Her leg.
It's a bag of sand, just like boom.
Okay. Train, plane, automobile, what are we taking? What's a plane, guys?
They exist.
Never mind, they exist.
I think for now you're fine with the transport.
Okay. We leave now.
Yeah?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
When we're told.
When we feel like it.
So are you the one that gets to pick the people who go? Is Nalia coming?
Didn't receive any more information after.
I'm just
Basic.
sort of just trying to figure out like a head for like seating. I'm just trying to figure out a head count.
I'll find out that information and get
Okay.
back to you. Nalia, I would love for you to join us.
It would be my pleasure.
But I don't know if that's the case.
Of course.
Oh, and you guys have, yeah, like, I feel like you guys would get along so much. Yeah, I feel like you guys would get along.
Oh my gosh.
You guys have like,
That one over there, is he all right?
He's fine.
get up!
Yes.
He's not moving.
He's fine.
Whoa!
Oh,
Whoa!
what was that face?
Oh my god.
Anything else?
Which one to come?
No, I'll go check on him.
Oh my gosh.
I leave.
Oh, he's fine. He's taking a nap.
You're welcome.
Just a puddle of vomit.
Oh my gosh.
can't feel my legs anymore. Sure.
Well, at least you have that.
Did I miss something?
If you lose your legs, don't come running to me.
No. You don't want to go? You want to go?
We'll talk about this later.
Relationship issues.
The soft blow of the whistle.
How does it feel? Who's mad at you? Someone who cares about being mad at you.
It is so camp
So-
counselor vibes.
It's just one
Jack
big camp.
says to you, "It's getting late. We should probably get him down so he can lay on the ground and sleep." He pulls out a pack, like an extra cot, and kind of lays it out.
Do you mind getting the head part? I'll get the feet part.
Yeah. You guys kind of carefully lift Oliver up and gently lay him down. And he's taking, you can tell, like, you're not really lifting too much.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
just kind of
yeah.
doing all of it and laying him down.
Oh, huh. Kind of funny. You kind of look like him.
I don't see the resemblance.
Okay. Well, I don't know, maybe just white people.
I'm so sorry. I had to pull out the Seth laugh for that one.
Man, y'all are gonna make good this episode.
It's just sitting on this chair, I think.
Nate has officially broken 9 times so far this episode. 9.
Oh boy. June. He takes a blanket as well and covers Oliver up. Right. Well, I'll take first watch.
Okay. I'll take first sleep.
Yeah, you look like you need it.
I do need it. I couldn't even remember what to call it.
I'll be up. He gestures up to the steps that are kind of at the front of the sanctuary that go up to the bell tower.
Okay.
He takes the rifle, slings it on his back, and makes his way up the steps. He says, "Yell if you need anything."
I can trust you, right?
I think I'm your only option, boy.
All right. Good night.
Good night. I think that's where we're gonna take a break.
Sleepy time she comes.
The story of the most amazing free gift that has ever been given to us. The Bible tells us that all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. God designed the world, the systems of nature, the way things ought to be. We consistently fight against his system to be the God of our own universe. We're selfish. We hate our enemies. We hurt one another, and we grieve our Creator. Sin is simply disobeying the order and commands God has laid out. Everyone does it. We're born with the desire to sin. We're deceived by our own nature into believing we know best. Despite the deceiving good feelings of the now, it never works out. It leads to pain, destruction, and death. A holy God hates sin. It's the antithesis of his nature. We're his creation, and he requires perfection. We're not perfect. So in his perfect justice and mercy, we should be put to death. Someone needs to be judged if they are guilty. Even after physical death, an ongoing and never-ending punishment in hell awaits all who sin. But the story doesn't end there. We're told in the Bible that God loved the world so much that he sent his only Son, that is, Jesus Christ, to take upon himself the guilty verdict that none of us can escape. God himself was born in a human body, lived a perfect life, no sin, and a completely innocent man died a criminal's death on a Roman execution device called a cross. After he was beaten mercilessly by his own creation, his hands and feet were nailed to the wood. And as his physical body was suffering, God's hatred of sin and his anger towards it was placed upon his own Son. Every single sin, from the beginning of time until the end, was paid for by Jesus Christ's work on the cross and his willingness to lay down his life as a sacrifice for all. 3 days after his death, God, author of life, raised Jesus from the dead, defeating death and overcoming the darkness that had a hold on humanity. The gospel is as simple as it is vital. God wants to give you life. He wants to forgive the sin that you hold on to so tightly. He made a way for us to let it go and live in the light in this life and the next. The Bible tells us that if we confess with our mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in our hearts that God raised him from the dead, we will be saved. Saved from destruction, saved from death, saved from ourselves. What's stopping you? By turning away from sin and turning towards the face of Jesus, you will find the purpose you have been longing for. You're beginning to believe. That's God's Holy Spirit moving in your heart, pointing you towards the truth. One day soon, God will come to judge the world. Those who believe in Christ will live forever with God and others who put their hope in Jesus Christ. Those who don't will sadly suffer eternal, unrelenting punishment. Holy God cannot live with sin. So those who reject Jesus Christ and want to be their own God will be shut out of his glorious kingdom. You only have this one life to humbly come and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. What are you waiting for? And we're back. April 28th, 617 AC. Wee hours of the morning. It is... we pick up in the makeshift sleeping area that Ada Squad, who doesn't really have an assignment right now at Decravos. You guys are kind of bunked here and there.
In a room or in a tent?
You're in a room.
Okay.
You're in administration.
We're sleeping in an office.
But it's kind of how it is right now.
Right.
So it's the wee hours in the morning, and Petra and Morvid were seemingly asleep.
Petra is not asleep. She is very much awake and sobbing quietly, facing the wall. And as she does, she says, she starts muttering to herself, and that muttering turns into a very disjointed and nonsensical prayer to the Almighty. And some of the words that, if anyone was listening, you might be able to hear would be a lot of, why? I don't understand. You say you show yourself merciful to those who show mercy. I just don't get it. I don't understand.
Petra Faulkner. 3 days of no talking. 2 days sooner than I would have expected to get that voice back, but no surprise.
Good morning.
Yomi almost had me convinced there, for a moment, that you'd finally snapped, lost your mind. see you didn't. Although some might say praying in Decravos is crazy.
Guess I'm a little crazy then.
Aren't we all?
You heard anything about what's next?
Just what I told you yesterday. We're gonna find Alpha.
That's good. Objectively.
Do you not want to see them again?
I don't want to see them dead.
But you prefer us.
You know I don't have to say that.
Were they nice? Were they mean? Can't be any meaner than Rock and I sometimes.
You guys are just words. Those roll off.
They did something to you?
Told you they dunked my head in a water basin pretty much every day during basic. So sometimes the sergeants let it happen. So not sergeants. I would have said Reshiks. My bad.
She's
that
a
was
Spy.
that was a friend.
Spy. You know what a Freudian slip means?
No, I think I used that wrong.
Yeah, you did.
Here's Sarah's new character.
Oh, here you go, Nate. I actually have a new character sheet, just
Run
in
it
case.
back.
I'm just kidding. Run it back. Yeah, the Reshiks would let that happen. So,
Kislav let a lot of bullying happen.
Bullying.
sorry. They weren't much nicer on the field, but guys, they weren't much nicer on the field. But there were two that would talk to me if I ever got them alone. So
I sure hope Killian wasn't one of them.
not really.
Okay, good.
He was just more indifferent. Yeah.
Well, maybe I can make a case for you staying with Eta when they return.
Maybe.
If that's something you'd prefer.
I don't know what I prefer right now. So
How are you doing after Yannick?
I think you know. So
Well, oddly enough, I said this to Lydia, or whatever her name is. But do what you have to do. If it's praying, it's fine. But be careful. Please.
I will.
And you might want to hide that too. Glancing down at the necklace.
I don't have anything to hide it with anymore, so I'm not sure I want to.
You know the risks then. Mm-hmm. I have my orders.
I'm gonna go and ask Leopold if I can help on the shooting range today. So.
Tired of lugging bags around.
Yeah, I'm really, really hurting, so. And you have to move as fast as people that are twice your size. It's, if you don't want to get shoved into a wall, you probably gotta keep moving, so. But it was good. For a time.
Good night, Petra.
Good night.
Later that day, down in Olin's lab, you both are poring over some papers and kind of taking notes on some of the data that he's been gathering, specifically on Nalia. And as you have, he sort of explained it to you that she's the opposite end from Oliver in Outliers. There has been like no, at this point, her health has not suffered whatsoever. And he goes back to his desk, sits down, pulls out his own personal journal, as he does here and there, to kind of just record his own thoughts on things. But as he's writing, he says, I've kept you busy in these past few days.
I appreciate it.
Who's watching over Oliver?
I have Kriqit. Going in every day to spend some time with him.
On-theme smart.
Yes, he's very smart.
He would do great at university.
I think so too.
Do you think we could... Nah, it's a crazy idea. The boy wants to be a soldier.
Tell me.
He would be a fresh set of eyes. Someone to assist you.
My ears are tingling.
I agree. I think he would do excellent in any field he chose. I think he needs to figure out what he wants first. You're right.
He seems very capable when it comes to mechanical engineering.
He is. He enjoys it.
I have a few projects that could require his help.
You should ask him. Oh, sorry. Do you want me to ask him?
It might sound better coming from you.
Probably. I can do that.
I am confused. Maybe you can enlighten me. Ato seems loyal, yes?
Yes?
It seems that they're processing this death of a traitor in frankly concerning ways.
Do you mean Petra?
Not just her. On-theme seems off. Faulkner is expected.
When you spend every moment with someone,
Listening to My Chemical Romance.
whether they turn out to be a traitor or not, you build a relationship with them. It's only natural that they feel some sort of loss.
I'm not following.
Oh, so he's a psychopath.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not following.
Following the greatest line Olin has ever said.
Sociopath.
Yeah, you're right, sorry. Sorry, I need a moment to recover from that.
It's like the I think I'm in danger.
Where are you?
We have a job. One that benefits humanity. That was in the way. There's nothing to be sad about.
You're right.
I knew I could count on you.
I smile.
Have you watched Dawkins in action these past few days?
I haven't. I've been in here mostly.
I need to replicate what we've done with whatever key that her biology holds. Seems, it could be promise. She's been very helpful. And she understands that this process is for the greater good. We just need to monitor to make sure that a valuable asset like Dawkins isn't squandered, and if there's any sign of degradation, we need to nip it in the bud.
Well, now that you mention that, Leopold sending Eta on another mission
Of course it is.
to find Alpha Squad.
Faulkner's squad.
Faulkner's squad. I could keep an eye on Nalia if she joined us.
That's a question for her commanding officer. Though I could put in a request. Or an order.
Your choice. I can't keep an eye on her while I'm in Bast.
Yes. Yes, I'll put in the request. Or the order. They don't need to know why. Leviathan's fine. Half the country's bombed anyway. How long do you think you'll be gone?
Depends on the resources we can procure to find them. 2 weeks tops.
Who's watching Oliver?
I don't know. Maybe Kriqit should stay. Maybe he could help you while I'm gone.
That's an idea. Yes.
I'll put in the request.
Thank you, Dr. Bell. How are you holding up?
Well, I think. I appreciate learning. I wasn't learning much out in the field.
Yes, that's fair. Well, there's plenty of notes. I wanted to pick your brain on a few things anyway, before you go, if possible.
Please. It'll give me time to think on them.
Did you hear about what's happening in the capital?
The death of the premier.
Sad thing, though.
I didn't catch the date for the prologue. What was that?
I didn't give one.
Okay, great. So when... Yeah, I don't know where we are in that timeline. Who do you think will take his place?
Grigori was sworn in. He's ambitious. Should get things back on track. Have you ever been to the capital?
No.
It felt dead there for some time. Almost as if it was caught in limbo. Can't quite describe it. This new blood, well, I think it'll bring some life back into things.
Life is always good. What do you think? Where do you think he'll take Falstad?
Truly?
Truly.
Ever more greater heights. And if not, well, it's a pity of those. Pity for him. For those who don't share that vision.
Doctor, who do you think is our greatest enemy? Who
Now that
doesn't share that vision?
is a good question. Everybody can be convinced of anything, really. One could say, Adelia. They stand for the opposite things, but we're all one and the same in some ways. Anyone that holds us back.
You say anyone's mind can be changed. How would you go about changing even the most stubborn of minds?
Well, we've had these conversations, Bowen. Just make them believe. Convince them.
Believe in.
The truth.
That Falstad is superior.
That's such a banal statement. No. Make them believe there is no other option. He begins tapping a pen on his journal. Tap. Tap. You've heard this sound so much in the past 2 years. Only now does it make you not just maybe more than slightly annoyed, uneasy.
Everybody's different. They all can. They all need a little push in a little bit of a different way, depending on who they are.
All right, Bowen, you're clever. Sometimes too clever. What's this about?
Well, I picked up that habit from you. That.
Go on.
Oliver.
Yes.
How did you do that?
Before I answer that question, what's your hypothesis?
Basic conditioning. You combined the action with the tapping.
It's a simple Pavlovian response. It's a calming mechanism.
And I'm gonna say the name wrong every time. And Maya? Mila?
Mila.
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 Yeah.
Mila.
Mila.
Mila from last year.
Mila.
Yes, the same. If you're looking for some sort of master plan, it's simple conditioning, Rowan. Mila was a recruit that had her own health issues. Sometimes it's much easier to relax the patient than it is to constrict the wrists in a chair.
Why wouldn't you have told me? You know that's what I'm here for.
I don't know. I think sometimes I just like to have a bit more control. My apologies.
I forgive you.
I wouldn't go around using that on anyone.
No. That's all.
You've been reading too much science fiction, Ellen.
I never read fiction. Too frivolous. Why waste my time on that? When real life can be just as exciting.
Right, well, let's get back to work.
Yes, sir.
Kriqit.
Shifts.
The shift is great.
Kriqit.
Hey, buddy.
Lord. Oh, my head hurts.
Yeah. You look rough. You need anything?
I'm really hungry.
Why you
Here.
need me to? Yeah, you need me to chew you up some more food?
Do I need you to what?
Well, I mean, I can. You've been out, so I've been chewing bits of food and making you swallow it.
I'm just gonna ignore that.
Well, you'll thank me later. We'll look back on it and laugh.
Where are we?
Where are we?
Mm-hmm.
Out of character. Is this before or after we have already?
You're in the church in Calabasco.
Calavasco.
Well, we are. We're at a church in
Calavasco.
Calavasco.
Calabasco.
And then I said ska.
Where's Calabasco?
I have no idea. They said it in the intro.
It has fourth wall breaking ability.
It's one of his specializations.
He hears our commentary.
He his eyes open up and kind of look around space.
Thought you might like it here.
Looks up at the hole in the ceiling.
It's a holy place.
No.
That's a good one.
Thanks. And don't be alarmed. There is another person here. His name's Jack.
Looks around. Hello?
Well, he's on watch.
Oh.
We
You know what she's referencing?
we ran away.
Yeah, no. How long we been traveling?
2 weeks. Sorry. 3 days. Time moves different here.
He looks around
Using the space.
and sees some of the food lying out. He's like,
Yeah. Help yourself. As much as you can handle.
he slowly.
Here, take my water bottle. Canteen.
It's actually a Stanley.
I can only use Stanley cups.
That's a big straw. Yeah.
Pink.
It's the special edition Wicked.
Got it at the fuel station down the street.
Oh my god.
Love it. Hey, that's pretty good. Of course, I haven't eaten much, so maybe that's it. Not saying that you're. I don't know.
Yeah, no offense. No offense taken. So, you doing all right, buddy? You need anything else?
Yeah. Just feel really tired, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think we can both agree that you shouldn't be using your powers anytime soon.
Yeah, that really. Oh.
Yeah, that kind of took it out of you. Do you remember what happened to Yannick?
What? What are you
I'm gonna throw up.
Yannick's dead. They shot him in the head. I wish I was joking. That's why we're here.
You don't need. All right, it's
No, I need you to focus. This happened last time, too. Yannick's dead, and we're on the run for Morvid, Rock, and everyone else who wants your abilities or whatever it is. It's just not safe there anymore, and we're running away from that. Okay?
That's not...
I know. It's not right.
How did it happen?
Well, Olin. He had Yannick, Richard, and his wife in a cell, and he brought us all there to watch them be executed. Morfid was gonna deliver some sort of serum, but at the last moment, I think Yannick really must have pissed him off or something, 'cause pulled out a gun and, well, you know what happened next.
You begin to... The air around you guys begins to kind of like swirl a little bit.
Oliver, this is what happened last time. I told you, you need to calm down. I need you to stay awake this time. I can't keep lugging you around. You're too heavy, even at this weight. I'm sorry. Jack. Jack upstairs, he's
one.
actually, yeah, he's actually on a mission to retrieve the body. I don't know the connection exactly, but said he was sent to get Yannick's body back to where it belongs.
Jack. Where is he?
Well, he was in the bell tower.
Jack?
Jack?
There's no response.
Let me go check. I'll go grab him. Scurry up.
Mm-hmm. Rifle's sitting in the window. Coat is sitting kind of laid against the ground. He's not up here.
Huh. Well, he's not up here. His coat and rifle is still here, though.
You come back down?
Yeah.
Oliver doesn't say anything.
Guess I'll grab the rifle just in case.
You telling me who you were? You say anything?
Yeah, you know me. I talk too much. I kind of told him everything. Look, maybe we should go.
He begins to sit up. And you can see, like, his face go pale as his head, like, swims.
Whoa. I don't think you're quite strong enough for that. Let's take it one step at a time, or wheel you 1 foot at a time? I don't know. Just take it easy. Focus on eating and drinking for now.
Okay. I'm gonna kill him.
Well, let's get your strength back up first, and then you can focus on... Yeah.
And we can kill them all.
Like, I don't know what chapter of the scriptures you read that in, but I don't think you want to do that.
You're gonna have to convince me otherwise.
Well, we got some time.
Okay.
May 1st, 6:17 AC. Petra's metal leg glints in the warm sunlight as she trains other sharpshooters. You are out in the yard. There are some new cadets. Others that you've seen around Decravos. Specifically, some of the skills that have not seen combat. Probably were on guard duty, not on front lines whatsoever. But they have given you, as Velka, some of the better shots. These are nervous kids. Real nervous kids. Like, keep your finger off the trigger. Far away from the trigger, if possible.
Right. All right. What's her squad name? Unless it's various.
What's her square name? What's her squad name? 6?
6. What?
Is that not right? I don't know.
It's usually a letter and then a number.
Oh, the 10. You talk about the 10. J6.
J6. Got it. Velka Faulkner. See those targets over there?
Yeah.
Each one of you are going to shoot it in the center. Hear me?
What about like slightly off center?
Not off center.
Okay, center's fine.
Off center gets you killed.
Not even close to off center. As the there's nothing that actually hits the target.
Like duck.
Have you seen The Last Samurai?
I take my sniper rifle
She like stands right in front of the target.
and I point it at the center target, even though I'm standing off to the side. And I'm going to hit it at the angle.
Okay.
I hope.
Technique.
Technique! Woo! Am I allowed to just add high arc just for flair?
If you want to.
Yeah. It adds stun to the damage, but
Okay.
that it's just a target, so maybe
Yep.
it'll spark a little. Okay, that was good. It is a 10.
So So tell me, actually explain the shot to me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So she basically takes she's been carrying the sniper rifle on her back.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically sets it up in like 3 seconds flat and fires without a warning. And then she just waits. And then she fires again. And that would be a 11. And I add high arc to both.
So the bullseye, the dead shot, and your gun's loud.
Yeah.
Compared to a lot of other guns. It cracks across this, and a lot of them just kind of like stare and look back.
We know you're a good shooter. How does that showing it help us? And so I get up very slowly, and instead of kind of being at my little teaching position, I start walking like directly in front of their faces, and I'm probably looking up at most of them, but that's beside the point. She's not even trying to make herself bigger, but she knows that, like, this is important.
Not walk in front of barrels.
And she looks at them and she goes, every shot you miss, someone dies. Do you get it?
I thought we were supposed
You
to hit them
die?
to get the kill.
You die, or they die, or someone in your squad dies. Get it?
Yes, ma'am.
You shoot to kill. Fire again. I said fire!
Shoot to kill and you miss to kill.
So if you don't strike, but if you kind of hit kind of around, no one hits a bullseye.
Again.
A few more hit closer to the center.
Great. I go to the ones who are hitting closer to the center, and I start, like, walking behind them, and I go, that is your ticket out of here. You get it? And you get to leave my class today. Again. And I, like, adjust the positioning of whoever I'm talking to.
Mm-hmm. This happens for a little bit of time, and they begin to improve. If anything,
I'm, like, kicking their feet into the right place,
Yeah.
basically, with
Yeah.
the metal leg
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yep.
if I feel like it. Not hard enough to hurt
hitting
them, but-
hitting the target helps with the confidence, and some of them kind of you see are pulling more natural states with the weapons, leaning into the shot as they should, and generally becoming more comfortable with their rifles, whether that be just a semi-automatic rifle, or some of them carry a large rifle like yours. And they, like, you start to begin, you see like little smirks here and there as they'll hit a bullseye. And even like just very like making, you can see it out of the corner of your eye, but they don't do it when you're watching, like close to them. But like a few that like, you know, hit arms after they get like a good shot.
Just when they start to get a little bit confident. Step back.
What?
10 yards.
Oh crap.
Or however many hexes that would be. Whatever makes the most sense. She would know.
Throughout this,
And I'm making them switch targets as well.
okay. Throughout this class, you have noticed one of the guys that's in the class is not a recruit. He's been at Deckerbo's for a bit.
That's bad.
You recognize him. He's young,
Okay.
probably just younger than you, but you knew that he was one of Oliver's friends that he had made while Ada was still away, before you guys got back to Deckerbo's, essentially.
Okay.
He was the one that was guarding your room when you guys
I
had come
wasn't
back.
in Deckerbo's before.
This was after the first time, like before you guys went to Melkir.
Oh, okay, great.
Yes.
I was like,
yes. Yes, before you guys had
Okay,
gone.
I just want to make sure the timeline added up.
There was a guard station outside of the door in administration. This was Oliver's friend.
Got it. Okay.
And he had been, when he had saw the state of Oliver, he volunteered. Someone had to watch, and he volunteered to do it. You know, his last name was Timmons.
But I don't know his first name.
I think you would as his instructor. It's Malachi.
Okay.
He
Skills?
has, yes, he has seemed nervous today. A little shaky.
I'll start with Timmons.
Ah!
Now I'm going to. I notice him kind of being a little shaky.
He's kind of He's been fidgeting, like kind of kicking the dirt here and there.
What's up, Timmons?
Ma'am,
What's with the movement?
just try to make it feel natural.
Feel what natural?
The shooting.
Yeah. You fire. Just you.
Oh, okay. Right.
And I walk over to him.
He sets his.
No.
Right.
And I adjust it.
And he fumbles with it.
Breathe. I said breathe, Timmons.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Aim.
Mm-hmm.
And breathe. Again. Fix your ankle. Now adjust your hip.
Is something wrong, ma'am?
And I position his body exactly where it needs to be.
Yep.
Breathe and shoot.
It's so wild, miss. I can try again.
I take his rifle
Oh.
and I look at it. Everything's fine with it. Slam it back into his chest.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Everyone's like stopped.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching this exchange.
I go and I stand in the field.
It is the last samurai.
Come on, everyone out.
They'll look around.
Everyone out. Leave your rifles. Come on out.
They start to set stuff down and slowly begin to walk out.
Scatter.
Move a few distances apart.
I wait until everybody gets into place. All right, Timmons. That target's your enemy. We're your squad. Don't shoot us. Everybody, about face.
You can't be serious right now.
Fire.
She's crazy. She's absolutely crazy.
And breathe, Timmons. I'm the only one watching him. How'd he do?
You feel
It's like the opposite of the last samurai.
you feel just a grazing in your hair of a shot that but it hits the target behind you.
Where does it hit?
Not quite bullseye, but pretty close.
I turn my head ever so slightly to look at the target, and then I look at him in the eyes. Again.
It's your funeral.
Breathe, Timmons.
False start roulette.
What if this is how Sarah dies?
Oopsie.
You can feel it again, close by your head.
Why are you standing so close to it?
It's a bullseye.
About face?
Everyone turns around.
That's how you survive. That is how you protect your squad. That is how you don't die. And the blood's just trickling down just a little bit.
all like they're whispering. But Timmons unders. She's crazy. She's absolutely crazy.
What was that, Timmons?
Nothing, ma'am.
I walk up to him. And I grab him by the shirt. What was that, Timmons?
Thank you for the lesson, ma'am.
And yeah, I am crazy.
I need to get back to I need to be guarding Oliver.
I'm sorry, what?
I need to get back. It's it'll be about time for the changing of the.
Go.
Yes, ma'am.
Safety on the rifle, Timmons.
Safety on the rifle. You just made everyone stand out in the field.
Gun safety is not a joke.
All right, everyone, swap weapons.
Apparently
We're
it
doing
is
this
a
again.
Declaros.
Give me
Shot on sight.
Give me a test of instinct.
Test of instinct.
Oh boy. That would be a 7.
Timmons is walking back towards administration. He still seems nervous.
How far away is he?
Mm.
Oh. No. That's not what I was going to do. No, absolutely not.
She's just.
About 150 yards.
150 yards?
She is crazy.
I grab one of the... Can I do a test of instinct to see who looks the most Falstaff trustworthy and someone that I would trust? Someone like me.
2 separate people?
No.
One
in the same
person.
person.
Got
Someone
it.
like me.
Sure.
Someone who follows orders.
Yeah.
But who has some decent morals.
Okay, go for it.
What have I noticed? 5.
You can trust yourself.
Right.
And that's what you think. I'm a good person.
Maybe she should use the rifle.
Name him.
So you said he was heading to admin and not medical?
What medical's inside administration?
Oh, okay. How long am I supposed to be teaching this class?
You're in charge.
She's getting farther away.
Velka.
Class dismissed.
What?
Class dismissed.
Just like some confusion.
We didn't even get to shoot.
Be back here after midday meal.
Ma'am.
You see later on in the day, people are standing out in the field and everyone's shooting.
It's like, gunner presser. Freaking out. And then very nonchalantly, I will pack up my own stuff. And I'm keeping an eye on where he's going.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to follow immediately because I don't want to raise alarm. But I will go to admin to complain about the state of the recruits.
Yeah, I think they're gonna complain about you.
No, I think they're gonna love this.
So you head inside. And medical's not far away from.
Well, actually, I'm going to medical because I'm bleeding.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
How convenient that happens.
You make your way down the hallway,
Making my way.
and Timmons is posted up next to the door that Oliver is in.
Is that where I would go, or would I go to a different room?
You would be going somewhere else, like this, like.
But I have to pass this way. Okay. I stand guard on the opposite side of the door for a second. So what's really going on?
Nothing at all. Just doing my thing.
I very much believe you.
Are you flirting with me, man?
How's the nice weather we're having?
Very nice weather. Is he still shaking?
Mm-hmm.
I look down the hallway, make sure that no one's watching. We both know the walls have ears.
His eyes go wide. It wasn't my idea.
What was?
What was what?
Your idea.
It wasn't mine.
I push him into the wall. What idea? Timmons. And I keep watch for anyone that might see us.
His eyes, like, they just kind of drift to the right towards the door.
What are you about to do?
I'm here to stand guard.
And I'm here to teach people how to not die.
Okay.
Talk.
Okay, don't tell anyone. He's gone.
Who's gone?
His eyes flick to the door again.
No. Well, he can't just get up and walk out of here. I just saw him yesterday.
No.
Who took him?
Olin?
Nope.
Marvin?
No.
I punch him in the face.
Okay, right, fine. Kriqit.
Where?
I don't know. He
How long ago?
This morning.
You gotta stop that shaking, kid.
Yeah, yep.
Come with me.
Where are we going?
And instead of going to medical, I'm going to find some space somewhere. Like, not outside where people could see us, some sort of training area inside. And I get him up into whatever space we have. I roll my sleeves up. Hit me.
You're the craziest person I have ever met. What?
Shut up! And I slap him across the face. Hit me, Timmons. Get this energy out of your body.
Okay. Right. Sure. You asked for it.
Go ahead and roll IP for your punch.
IP? What?
You hit.
Oh, I
Timmons.
did. I slapped him. Oh, you mean for the first punch? Oh, yeah. What do I roll for that?
Do a D4 and a D20.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I never punch people. Where are my D4s? Hello?
Hello? She punched me.
That's a 19.
A lot.
Petra did?
19 from when we were at the door.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
his lips bleed.
Yeah.
You will take 16.
Okay.
As he cracks across your face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Okay.
We were training. That's why you were late to your shift.
Whoa.
Then I punch him again.
Okay. Give me. Go
I
ahead
said
and
that really quietly, by the way. I said that like in his face, and then
It's
I
okay.
backed up and punched him.
There's been a lot of whispering tonight.
That would be a 8.
Yeah. I mean, he's like, okay, all right, I get it.
Please stop punching me, teacher.
Do I need to roll damage for that?
Yes, please.
19.
Yeah, there's a black eye.
You gave me attitude. That's the story.
I whisper. I said,
Stage
sorry,
whisper.
Stage whisper that one, please.
I walk up to him and I grab him by the collar and I whisper in his ear, "You gave me attitude. That's the story. You understand?
Perfectly. Crystal.
You tell everybody what I did to you.
Okay.
We need to buy them time. We need to buy them time." Got it?
Okay.
Got it!
Yes.
Shoot like your life depends on it. Usually it does. And I walk out. And I go to medical like I was planning on. Go back to your station, Skilf.
Ma'am.
I was already there.
Derogatory.
She came up to me
And I go to
and she
medical.
punched
Okay.
me.
Looking a little beat up.
I was just doing my job.
May 5th, 617 AC.
May the 5th be with you.
There is a... as Jack looks down a rifle scope, he sees a few Falstaff soldiers entering the town of Calabasca on foot. Psst. You hear like a psst and then a whistle, which is the first you've heard from of him whatsoever in hours.
Huh. He is here. Yes?
Kriqit, come up here, quick.
Okay.
Peter Malarkey painted himself into the stone.
Do you want me to bring Oliver?
Stay. The boy stays.
No, okay.
Quickly.
Okay. Here I come. I'm here.
He sets the rifle at you. Motions to the scope.
Okay, I look through it.
You see, at the front of this Falstaff little squad, your brother.
Yep. Okay.
Nalia Dawkins.
Pull the trigger. No, I'm just joking.
Bay.
Can't take it back now.
I
Morbid.
said JK.
Seth would make you.
I know.
And at the back of the group,
I wouldn't. I love you.
with gun down, Petra.
Petra looks different. Crazy somehow. Yeah, this is my.
I'm sorry.
This is. Yeah, this is bad. They're looking for us.
Right. It's the tracks.
Yeah, I probably should have used a different truck.
Okay, look. This is your call, alright? You want to get him where he needs to go? I can buy you some time.
Okay, weird request, but if you could not kill anybody, I would appreciate that. Yeah.
Here's a real honest question. Is there anybody that maybe shouldn't be alive?
Shouldn't be alive? Well, I mean, that's a bit of a philosophical.
Make a decision quick.
the-
I'm coming.
There's
Look, I can
always
take them all out. It's
there's
up to you.
always a glimmer of hope in everybody. I have faith. Seeds been planted. All that mumbo jumbo. I don't know. Unless you see Olin.
All right, go get your stuff. Quickly.
Okay.
Oh, Kriqit. Take care of my grandson, okay?
I knew it. I knew you'd look like him.
Go.
Okay. Ah, it's your grandfather.
Oh?
Is he sleeping again?
He's pretty
No, I
out
was
of it.
being me.
Oh.
Out on the street. I heard somebody scream.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. Thanks.
Go, move.
Okay, moving. I put him in the wheelchair, grab all the food supplies, medical supplies I can. And
You guys are about probably a half a mile away
I grab
on the open streets of Kalabaska.
load him down the steps. Try to get him into the car as fast as possible and take off.
You guys hear an echo of a truck start in the distance.
A truck all the way out here.
I take off running.
I also run.
I jog.
Yeah, she ain't running.
Pick up the pace.
What's happening? I have no idea.
As you're running down this street,
As
you
they
hear-
gain distance, if all of them are like way far ahead, I'm gonna like kind of like never mind. I'm gonna keep running, but like
what's
not
in your
very
hand,
fast.
Morven? You have anything in your hand?
No, just my bag. Or it would have been slung over my shoulder. No, I'm running.
Okay. You hear as on the clasp of your bag gets blown off and it falls onto the ground.
Hit the deck!
I pick it up and keep running.
What are you guys doing?
Can I tell where it came from?
No, not at this point.
You know,
I'm jogging, but my gun's still down.
I only said kill. I didn't say maim.
I'm gonna run at an angle, like, if we were running straight down, I'm gonna start running, like, towards the building line in hopes that if he is, like, above, I'm just gonna hope he's on the left side so that I would be hidden by the buildings as
Okay.
I keep running.
As Morven's still out in front, there is the shot. You see it just hit the ground. Like you're running forward, and as you're coming close, you see the shot hit the ground. Just a few inches where your foot falls.
Keep running. I look up from where it came from, and then I keep running.
A shot comes towards you, Rock. Actually,
He's using his. You can tell the caliber by the voice.
first of all, Brain, do work. 37 IP.
Do I see the position of the person who's shooting at us?
Give me a test of logic.
Sure. That's pass with an 8.
I mean, you from one sharpshooter to another, there is a belfry in that church,
Yeah, definitely.
dead ahead.
Yeah. I'm going to, out in the open, wait for him to pop out. Like, I'm going to get my gun set
6.
up, and when he pops out, I am purposefully going to aim at the bell tower off.
Okay, go ahead and give me a shot.
13.
Clangs off the bell itself, as there's so the whole bell begins to like move a little bit.
When I hear the bell, I figure that it was her shooting, so I throw like my shield and my bags and my gun down, and so I can run faster.
Okay,
And I keep running.
all right.
After that last one, I scream Oliver's name. And I keep running.
What happened?
No, keep going.
Okay. No, by the way, Nalia has outpaced you at this point.
Of course.
and the shot goes towards her, and she has her pistol in her hand as she's running forward, and it just knocks the pistol out of her hand.
I did keep my knuckle dusters on, by the way. I have a plan.
Can I shoot toward the bell tower again?
Absolutely.
Aiming to miss.
Give me a test of logic.
Bro, aim to hit.
Not
Hello?
Dirk.
This is you don't know this, man.
We know that we're going after Kriqit and Oliver. I
And
would
we
assume.
know it's not Kriqit up there shooting at us.
Exactly. But he's helping them, and I want them to get away.
You begin navigating the truck through down the towards the eastern exit of Kalabaska. Navigating. Sorry, one second.
Yeah.
Navigating the all the various sinkholes and things. This eastern side is way worse condition from where you would come in.
That's a 12, and I will shoot when I can see him. And I want to, like, hopefully make eye contact with him as I shoot. And it just, like, splinters right next to his head in, like, the wooden portion.
Okay. Go ahead and roll IP.
Okay. I don't want it to hurt him, but the splintering probably would. Sorry. Okay, 5.
Blows out, and you see the movement of the glint of a scope as it's moved. You're not sure if he just pulled back out or what.
Yeah.
But shot stopped for a few brief seconds.
Yeah. I'll shoot again because that would be my opportunity.
Okay.
But I'm aiming to miss. Seven. Yeah, 7.
So you hit the stone, and once again, like the rifle comes out but ducks back in as it hits close to the stone.
Yeah.
As you were running, Nalia looks back at you, and she motions for you to stop.
I'm out in open field.
She motions to get
When
away.
she looks back, she does see Morvid's eyes welling up with tears.
Mm.
And so I just stop. And I kneel down on the ground.
Just took orders from an inferior officer.
The shots stop. You don't see a rifle anymore.
Okay. I'm still aimed as it, waiting for orders.
I'm still running.
And I just put my hand up. We can't outpace it. Doesn't matter anyway.
Oh, I'm gone. I'm still running.
Dang.
I dropped all my stuff.
Are you headed for the church or the truck?
Wherever I heard the truck.
Yeah, you see it as you come close to the church. You see it in the distance.
What, did Nalia stop?
She went into the church.
I've got my gun pointed toward any entrance I see.
I'll be looking at the truck as it takes a turn and disappears. I pull my pistol out and I run into the building after her.
I'll follow.
I'll move more towards whatever back entrance there would be.
Preacher, no.
Or window. Or open
Yes.
He's gone.
window.
When you guys get to the church and look around, it's empty down the sanctuary. You knew that they were coming from the shots were coming from above, so it takes just a few moments to find where the stairs would be to get up to the belfry. Nalia makes it up first, and she stops. You can see her looking around. There's no one here.
Is he on the
This
roof?
close.
Is he on the
He's
roof?
gone.
You're,
Oh,
I'm,
you're
not,
not
I'm not there.
You're at,
Yeah, I'm
you
outside.
can't see him from the roof. You can't see him on the roof.
He's got to be somewhere nearby.
What does it matter?
He might know something. He was defending them.
They're gone.
Is there another vehicle outside the entrance? No.
From what? From what I read from Olin's papers, he needs to continue the treatment. That's the best shot he's got.
You think Kriqit cares about what Olin has to say? Even if we get to them, he's never gonna listen. This was our only shot to catch them off guard. We're never gonna beat them to Vavilon. If there's still people there, he's gonna get himself killed before we get there.
We can try.
And our truck's gonna break down like it broke down before. We're gonna have to walk, and it's good.
You said you were with me.
I'm here, and I care about my brother.
Then let's find him.
This is a suicide mission for him, and he doesn't even know what he's looking for.
I told you, you should have talked to him.
About what?
About Yannick.
We watched him get shot in the head. He was the only one that seemed to understand him. And now he's dead. What am I supposed to say? Sorry, the guy that was more of a brother to you than me is dead?
Now you're starting to sound like your mother. Maybe an apology would have worked.
I'm sorry I'm a bad brother, and I'm sorry that the brother that you wish you had is dead. You got him?
In the belfry, there's a service hatch that's down below. Nolly had climbed down in the service hatch. You guys see down this hole where she had lifted up. And there's an old man he's got his hands up.
Come out.
This is just some old dude.
Please.
Looks back at Nalia, who kind of nudges him a little bit with the gun. Climbs up the ladder.
What'd he tell you?
You're his brother, ain't you?
Yeah, he talks a lot.
Rock. Do me a favor.
I'm cool. I take my knuckle dusters off. Put them in my pocket.
Punch him normally.
I'm not gonna hurt this old man.
You might want to keep those on, just in case.
Be nice.
Does he have red hair? No, it's white.
It's white.
Yeah.
We know where they're going. Was Oliver okay?
He could be better.
He's gonna die without our help. Kriqit doesn't know how to take care of him.
He started a treatment without our knowledge. He needs more of it.
He doesn't trust you.
I know. I know. That's my fault.
It's all of our faults. It's his fault.
I did what I was. I know. I don't deserve his trust. But I'm trying to help. If you know anything, if they said anything, please. I'm not asking you as a false dot soldier.
I think Onvim's pretty smart.
Brother, he's using his real name.
Yeah. He is very smart, and unfortunately, he's so dumb that his brain gets him in trouble.
Look. Maybe follow this lead to its end. For his sake. Just saying.
He told you nothing else other than Babylon.
That's all I know.
Why? And who? You're not just some guy that they found to very professionally shoot at people.
Just a bystander helping a kid.
A bystander with a very nice weapon and knows how to use it.
I hunt.
Right. You're pretty deep in enemy territory.
Enemy territory? What do you mean?
Accent.
Plenty of medallions and Falstaff.
Did you serve?
Military?
Yeah.
Oh, discharged.
It's just a weapon and
Why are you? He's inconsequential to us. He gave us what he knows.
you just think some random guy that helped them is inconsequential?
You have anything else to
There's like
say?
9 people in this town.
That's about all I know.
Let's go. We need to catch up.
I pick up my gun off the ground.
Where's the nearest place we can find a car?
Plenty in Calabasas. Take your pick.
Nalia?
Wherever you go, Doc. I will go.
I should have told Preacher to kill her.
You had your
Forgot about
chance.
Nolly. You had your chance.
I forgot about Nolly.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Right, well, it was nice meeting you all. Good luck.
If you see Kriqit before we do,
Doubt it.
you can tell him that I miss him.
Heavy resemblance. So did this with Oliver's parents.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy resemblance to Alyssa and
Give me a.
Thomas?
Give me. What did I give you that last time?
brother.
Was it instinct or did it?
I don't remember.
Something with a brother.
I think we'll do instinct. I think we'll do instinct.
I never
Come
wanted a
on.
brother.
Come on, Dice. You can do it.
Just failed.
Oh,
my
by
gosh.
1 point. She's a
Do you want
minus 2.
-3?
-2.
Minus 2.
Not sure. Doesn't cross your mind.
Okay. I start heading down.
He keeps his hands up, grabs his rifle.
Yeah, you're good. If you wanted to kill us, we'd be dead.
Puts his coat on, goes down to his feet, ruffles in his bag, and pulls out a hat, wide brim hat, and sits it on his head. Tips it.
Mysterious stranger type fit.
If you ever meet again, you owe me a new bag.
Yeah, sorry about that.
He shows up when you need him.
It's kind of a showboat move as I'm like climbing down the ladder.
I'm still posted up outside because ain't nobody told me nothing.
So was the bell. The bell was a showboat move.
You see Petra guy come out with a bag, hat, duster, rifle on his back. He just slowly walks out. He clocks you right away.
I still have my gun pointed toward the entrance.
Milady.
Yep. And I quickly pack up the rifle as if that was what I was already doing.
And he begins
Just
to
wait
walk.
till Poppy meets him.
He begins to walk down the west street, the one you guys had come in on.
I assume that we would kind of pass, like, as we...
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going?
Got places to be, people to see.
Alright,
Best of luck.
you too. Don't get yourself killed.
Can I pull out the map and like figure out, since I know where we are, how many miles we are from Vavilon?
You'd probably be at least another 3-day journey to get there.
By car?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
More of it is power walking to the next house.
I'm like
has
I'm
tied
holding the map.
has tied like a knot back in the bag strap, threw it back over, and is just.
We need
I
to find a
have- I
car.
have
There's
rocks and
no
stuff in a hand.
way.
What do you
I
think
go
I'm
inside.
doing?
I know. I'm just. Can you relax?
I hand Rock his bag.
How many miles would that be?
There you go.
3 days.
Where are we going?
How many miles can you run?
You know, this is what I was talking about. You rolled your eyes when he said he was going by Onfim. You take everything your brother does and you take it so unseriously. If he wants to go by his actual name, because he's a man, he can do that.
And guess what? He knew his name was Kriqit too, which means he's so confused right now that he can't even pick a name.
Are you referring to the old man?
Yes!
Sorry.
I just
We're
go
all
to
a little
parade rest in the
confused,
corner.
aren't we?
Yes, and that's why I'm trying to find my brother. And I had him. And if somebody walked a little bit faster, maybe we would have made up that time. I'm sorry, it's
I
not
had a
about
better
you.
shot out
it's not
in
your
the
fault.
field
It's
than
not.
close
No, I'm
to
not
you.
talking about this. I'm talking about in the days that we've been traveling. Just walking adds up.
Are
What
you
does
all-
that even mean?
It
Are
was
we
a lash.
focused?
I wasn't trying to lash out.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
clearly.
Are we focused?
If you see your brother like this, and you're talking to him like this, like he's some kind of fool, we'll be right where we started.
He is a fool, but I would have to also be a fool to talk to him like this. I'm working on it. I'm frustrated. We were this close.
Start now.
Margin of error.
Start now.
What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me?
I'm just as passionate here, if not more.
Are you?
I care about the safety of my brother, and I don't want him to go to Vavilon by himself if there's danger there.
First time? You haven't cared about your brother this whole time. If you did, you would have treated him with some respect.
I cared about him the first day that they put him in the mech. I said he was going to get himself killed. Now he's not in a mech, but he's really trying.
Instead of just saying the first thing that comes to your mind, maybe you could have supported him and encouraged him to be safe when he's in the mech. Not just rolled your eyes
Where
at
have
him.
you been? I began supporting him at a later time, I'll admit. Took me a minute to get used to it. As soon as I realized he was a permanent fixture in the squad. He was not a screw-up. Not like half of Ada Squad.
So you admit you were wrong
Yeah,
and you're getting better?
trying.
So the first thing you say when you see him is that you're sorry
I'm sorry. For what?
for being that way. If you can admit that you changed, you should apologize for what you were.
He knows I'm sorry.
No, he does not.
I'm just like pulling on car doors to see if that unlocks.
I'm also looking at car doors at this point because I don't want
I'm
to
assuming
listen
we're
to
doing
this.
all this while we're like walking and looking for stuff.
He wouldn't have left if he knew that.
Yes, he would have. This goes far beyond me. This is Yannick. This is those scriptures, I whisper. This is everything. It's all manifesting. And of course, it all has to do with Oliver, the thorn in my side from day one.
If you have the choice to fix one thing, in all of that, in everything that's manifesting, fix yourself.
Excuse me.
I'm trying.
This one's open. Anyone know how to drive?
I'll do it.
Great.
Doc, you sit up front with me.
I have to go get my stuff.
I handed it to you in the middle of your fight.
Oh, thanks.
Do I need to be worried about her?
I throw my stuff in the trunk.
I stop you right before you get into the passenger seat. I see how hypocritical that was. I'm sorry.
You make it look so easy.
It's not. You just have to do it.
I can't sleep. I can't eat. We need to finish this. We're headed in the wrong direction. I'm sorry too. I'm just trying to figure out myself.
I know.
Are we going?
I get in the back.
Yeah!
Dawkins, can you show me how to drive? I'll watch from back here.
Sure.
Great.
You guys begin to make your way out of Calabaska, east, towards Babylon, and Kriqit and Oliver. And I think that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Season 3, Episode 1.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us
10, season 2.
for this episode. Appreciate you all watching and tuning in. Yes, we will be back 2 weeks from now. Remember, we will be switching to Thursdays soon on March 20th. But we still have how many days left on Sundays? Two more?
I have
more?
no idea.
Two more? I think 2 more. So we'll make sure that everyone's reminded how that goes. But we're going to thank you. And yeah, as we always do, everyone ready to say it?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the table.
See you next time.
Extra loud.
How can it be that as I roam, thy mercy follows me? Ne'er do I walk without thy grace, thy light abundant be. For great a sinner as am I, cannot thy will obey. But thou didst strike thy only Son, and made for me a way. In times of strife, when sorrows meet, and evil wins the day, I gaze upon thy heavenly seat, and darkness rolls away. Where can I go but to thy hand? It shields me in the fight. For all the days I walk this land, thou art my song at night. And when this heart shall beat its last, no more this air to breathe, thy call